Hi, it's Marguerite from Marguerite Sewing School. Today's lesson is all about pinning and how very important it is, again, to get to your completed garment and have everything behaving correctly. So cutting out the pieces correctly makes a big difference. So what we're going to do today, I have pinned this piece down, correct grain of fabric, and I've pinned it correctly. So this small piece over here, I'm going to show you how I put my pins in. I like to have the anchor of the straight grain of fabric. Then I go ahead and I pin them. All of my corners as flat as I can be. I've done these two corners flat as can be. Now you'll notice I'm putting the points of the pins towards the edge of the fabric. That's really important. It helps to hold down the paper on the edge because this is pretty flimsy stuff we're working with here. And work from the top. Don't stick your hands up underneath. Don't pick it up from the side, but go ahead and pin everywhere. I put more pins where there's a curve or something delicate. Also, if I'm working with slippery, slimy fabric, and I pin all the way around here. There we go. So this piece is all pinned except for one thing, two things actually. See these notches here? That's really important. And I like to cut them out like mountains. I don't want to cut into the seam allowance. So what I do, give myself a flag, I will pin here and stick it out on the edge here. Now these pins around here should not stick out over the edges because then you've got to stop and you're cutting and to move each pin and it cuts down on what you're up to. So I'm going to pin into both of these in this direction. So there we go. So these two pieces are pinned correctly. Definitely pins pointed toward the edge of the paper wherever you go. No random pins here and there because it causes problems. And if you have them all lined up like this, it really nicely works out so that sometimes you end up with this bubble in the middle of this tissue. And what happens is that can possibly skew your size. It can mess up a collar edge. So this gives you the opportunity to smooth it all out, and with the pins pointed in this direction, it's going to lay down flat everywhere, all the way around on all the pieces. So happy pinning, and we'll talk soon.